Okay, so welcome, everybody to the Akashic meditation for today. So, you're all very welcome here, and this is your opportunity to connect with your Akashic records, to strengthen your practice, and dive deeper into your cosmic library to do some healing, to maybe activate some success anchors, depending on where we go. So, for today, we are going to be looking at dissolving past life vows of servitude and programming. So, that's quite a mouthful. So, what does that essentially mean? It means that we are going to be seeking out a lifetime in your Akashic records that you want to get presented with, that you have created some kind of promise, some kind of pledge to either an organization or to a person, where you are promising to be in servitude to that person. And at the time, that probably served a purpose. However, if you are still upholding those vows in some shape or form, whether it be consciously or subconsciously, then what you're allowing yourself to do is to have your boundaries maybe overstepped. You may be overgiving to others when you don't necessarily need to. And sometimes when we overgive, we're doing it because we want approval, or it's because it fulfills a need within us. It kind of makes us feel worthy, or it gives us something to focus on and do. So I would look at that where you feel that you need to overgive to others. What is the root cause of that? Why are you doing it? Is it making you feel useful and good? Is it for approval? Is it because, in some aspect, there's some kind of fear there? And if that's a behavior pattern that you notice in your relationships, with your friendships, with your families, then clearing the vows of clearing these servitude vows today is going to help you to get new perspective on that. It's going to help reduce the desire, so you can break the habit of that, because some of it will be habitual as well. And that's where the programming comes in. So we're also going to cleanse the mental body whilst we're in the Akashic records, to clear any programming that we've got going on as well. And the program can come from the relationships that we had in that particular lifetime, or the organizations. It could have been the protocols, the beliefs, just the traditions of the culture that perhaps you were in. Might have been where we were, where we needed to be more of kind of in that servitude behavior for whatever reason. So we are going to go into the records, and you're going to cleanse and clear and dissolve what it is that you can. So allowing you to essentially set better boundaries after the session, or feel more kind of courageous, less fearful about setting boundaries, about saying no to certain people or to certain things, or maybe saying yes more easily to yourself. So that's the outcome. That is the result that we are looking for. And of course, your Akashic records are going to be cleared of those vows of servitude as well. So it's all very exciting. So without further ado, let's get ready to go into the Akashic records. So if you're new to my page, or new to this, new to me, then I am Marina, the Soul Alchemist, and I support my clients with clearing non-beneficial energy, karmic baggage, anything that I can kind of really find within the Akashic records or your energy field, and I release that to support you with moving forward in more alignment in your life and business. So that's essentially what I do. So without further ado, what I would like you to do is now close your eyes, and I want you to place your hands in an upward position, so the palms are facing towards the ceiling. We're just going to get ourselves into that receptive state. So straight away, we can start to feel a little bit more relaxed. And we're just going to spend a few moments to ground, and we're going to bring ourselves back into the physical body. So out of the mind into the body. So start to take a large deep breath in. And as you take that large deep breath in, we're going to call back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath, we're going to just request that anything that's not serving you, any other people's energies, just to be released back to the earth. And Mother Earth will take any energies that we release today, and she will transform and transmute those for energy elsewhere. And again, take another deep breath in, calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath, allow the shoulders to relax. Allow your jaw to soften, your forehead to slacken as you become more and more relaxed. And then again, take another deep breath in, calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath, I want you to bring your awareness to your heart chakra, the point or the space within your chest where your heart is. I want you to start to imagine that your heart is a beautiful ball of golden light. And that ball of golden light is starting to expand within the chest. And it's getting bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger. And you can feel that golden ball of light pushing perhaps against the ribs, against the chest. And I want you to start to push that golden ball of light now down through the stomach, through the torso, down towards your hips, down your legs. And I want you to push it down through your feet and start to imagine, sense, feel, or just know that that golden ball of light is starting to travel down into the soil, going deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, going through all of the different layers of the earth. And that golden ball of light is heading towards the heart of Mother Earth. And there before you, just in the distance, sense, feel, know, or see, or imagine that there's a large glistening crystal. Perhaps get a sense of the colour of that crystal, or maybe the type. And as your golden ball of light gets closer, the crystal becomes more illuminated. And so you can see it more clearly. And allow your golden ball of light to connect with that crystal. And as soon as it connects, the crystal lights up even brighter. As your heart energy connects with the heart of Mother Earth. And that crystalline energy starts to transfer from that crystal into your golden ball of light. And the rays of the golden ball of light connect with your physical body, connect with your heart. And the heart of Mother Earth is sending up beautiful, nurturing and nourishing energies that bring a sense of peace, relaxation, and allows you to feel very grounded, very earth, and very present. Bring your golden ball of light back up through the earth. And with it, you'll notice that the crystalline energy is also held within that golden ball of light. So it might have changed colour just ever so slightly. Or just know that you are bringing that ball of energy now back up through the earth. And we're going to take the golden ball of energy through your chakras. So as we get closer to the Earth Star chakra below your feet in the earth, you take that golden ball through it, and it will open. and start to spin at the perfect pace for you. Bringing that golden energy now back into your feet, and you may start to feel a shift or tingling, a temperature change. You may not feel anything at all, and that is just perfect. Allow the golden ball of energy to rise up your legs, up to your thighs, up to the base of your spine at the root chakra. Take the golden ball of energy through the sacral, through the womb, the sex organs. Take it now higher through the navel chakra below your belly button, and then higher again through the stomach and the solar plexus. The golden ball of energy is rising up to your heart and just allowing that aspect to expand even further. The golden energy rises up to your shoulders and down to your hands, opening up the palm chakras. The golden energy now rises through the throat, up to the back, at the top of the neck and the base of the skull, up through the Altar Major chakra. Taking the energy now up to the third eye, the point between your eyebrows, round to the sides of your head through the ears and the ear chakras, into the middle of the head through the pineal and pituitary gland, and then up to the crown at the top. And that golden ball of light makes its way through the top of your head, opening up the crown chakra and heading towards the etheric chakras above your head. So your soul star chakra is now opening, and these are like miniature balls of light that just suddenly light up. The causal chakra at the back of the head, 3 to 4 inches away from the back of the skull. This is your direct connection with the Akashic records. Now take the energy above your head through the universal chakra, and then your stellar gateway right at the top, which is about 1.5 meters above your head. All of these chakras within your body and without are all now open, cleansed and cleared with that golden ball of light. Bring that golden ball of light now back to the heart space and allow it to expand further now through your physical body, through your skin, extending it out now through the auric field. So you're now held within a golden ball of light, crystalline energy, your heart energy, 2 meters above and all around you. Allow yourself to be held within that golden light, feeling very connected and feeling very earthed. We're now going to invite your own spiritual support team to step into the space. These might be guides that you know or don't know. Just know that they are now drawing closer to you. And these will be beings of 100% pure love and light only. These may be angels, elementals, star beings, star races, galactics, ascended masters, goddesses, gods. Just allow these energies to draw closer. And we thank them for their presence today. Calling in 6 archangels now to hold you in an angelic sphere of light, with Archangel Michael behind you, Archangel Gabriel to your left, Archangel Uriel in front, and Archangel Raphael to your right. We invite Archangel Sandalphon to hold the space below your feet. And Archangel Metatron, please bring down a golden ball of energy from Divine Source in your hands. Archangel Metatron is now making his way through the ceiling of the room that you're in, and then gently places that golden ball of light at your stellar gateway chakra. And that ball of light now starts to make its way down through the universal chakra, your soul star, your core soul, your crown, down into your physical head through the pineal and pituitary glands, the ears, the third eye, the throat, the Altar Major, your heart chakras, your solar plexus, your palms, your navel, your sacral, your roots, down through your legs, through your feet, down into your Earth Star chakra, and down to the heart of Mother Earth. So you are connected above and below. And Archangel Metatron, please seal off that angelic white light all around our physical body and energy field. At this point, we're going to ask for your ego to now step out of the physical body. So imagine, sense, feel, or just know that there is a figure that is now stepping out and starting to head towards the door of the room that you're in. Your ego steps out of the room and just shuts the door gently behind them. They know that they'll be back soon enough, so they're quite at ease. Now start to bring your attention to your third eye, the point between your eyebrows, and start to imagine, sense, feel, or just know that there's a purple portal of light that's starting to get bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger. And it gets so big that you can step through that purple portal of light. Find yourself in a corridor. This is your corridor that leads you to your Akashic records. And as we walk down the corridor, I'm going to ask for you to open up your senses further so that you can fully embody and be in your Akashic records today. Start to head towards the large door at the end of the corridor. And as you do, can you hear your footsteps? Can you sense what kind of floor that you're walking upon? Place your hands upon the walls of the corridor. Do they feel cold and smooth, or perhaps warm and textured? Can you smell anything within the air? Perhaps the scent of roses or candles. Listen, feel, visualize, imagine, sense your way down that corridor, taking in everything that you can experience. As you get to the door, notice what the door looks like. And upon the door, there are going to be your details, your full name, your date of birth, and your place of birth. Once you sense, feel, visualize, or know that those details are there, place your hand upon the handle of the door and then open your Akashic records. Step into your library and take a few more steps in and allow the door to shut gently behind you. Take a moment to experience being in your Akashic records, especially if this is your first time. This often feels like we are coming home. It feels safe. It feels comforting. And just know that all of your wisdom and knowledge and mastery and gifts are held within the pages of all of those books that are all around you. Each book representing a different lifetime of events, of connection, of understanding. Take a few more steps in and start to head towards the long, large table in the middle of the room. Taking in, perhaps if your records have changed since your last visit, maybe they have got bigger and maybe there are more levels to the records. Or perhaps it just feels maybe a little bit tidier within there. Just make a mental note as you walk towards the table. And there upon the table, there is a large book. This is your present lifetime book. And this has all of the choices, thoughts, feelings, memories, stories that you have created so far in this lifetime. And you'll notice even on today's page, it's filled with many words, pictures, and illustrations. As all that you have been doing has been recorded already. We're now going to invite your Akashic record keepers and guides to step into your library with you. Start to sense that there are beings that are getting closer to your body. These may be on the left-hand side, maybe behind you. When you're ready, I want you to turn around and welcome your guides. And there may be more than one, and that's perfect. Your guides are smiling and are very, very pleased that you're here today. If you are unfamiliar with your guides or haven't really said hello properly, then do that now and introduce yourself in any way that feels appropriate for you. Your guides are excited because today we're going to be releasing and dissolving past life vows of servitude. And so your guide is requesting that you start to follow them over to a door in the left-hand corner of your library, a door that you've never seen before. And as you get closer to that door, your guide just lets you know that when you step into this particular room, it's going to present itself like a cinema, your own personal cinema. So it is going to be dark, but your guide is letting you know it's absolutely fine. They're going to be right beside you. And once you get into that cinema, your guide will hand you a remote control. So when you're ready, your guide opens the door and ushers you through the door to take a few more steps further into that darkened room. And if you look hard enough, or perhaps can sense, you are within a cinema, and you can make out that in front of you there's a screen that has thick red curtains either side. You'll notice that there's also some very, very comfortable looking chairs. Your guide is inviting you to sit upon one of those chairs and to get yourself comfortable. Your guide does tell you, though, that there isn't any popcorn with this show. Your guide also now hands you a remote control, and this gives you the ability to press play, to pause, to stop. And your guide lets you know that you're going to be the viewer of a past life where you took vows of servitude. And the purpose of viewing this particular past life is to understand why you took those vows and to understand how they are still affecting you today. Because that is where you can create the changes in the here and in the now. By understanding what drove you to make those vows, but also how you can break them. So when you're ready, take that remote control, and you'll notice that there's a large triangle on the remote control. When you're ready, press play. And when you do, you can hear that the film is starting to get going. And you'll be shown a certain image or scene upon the screen. I want you to allow the film to play. And then if you get to a certain part that you wish to maybe pause upon so that you can gain the understanding or maybe ask questions of your guides, then allow yourself to do that. So watching the scene play out, just notice if there are other people in the scene. Notice if you are male or female. Maybe get a sense of the year. When did this happen? And notice whether you're inside or outside. This is just establishing where you are and who you were. Now, your guide is asking you to pause, and then we're going to press a forward button. And this is going to take you to the point in which you created these vows of servitude, these promises, these oaths. So you may be making these to a particular person. It could be a partner or a parent or a child or a leader of some kind. Or they might be made to a particular organization where you're promising to serve. This could be a place of work. It could be the military organizations, the religious organizations, perhaps educational, societal, political. Get a sense when you go forward in time. We're now going to press play. And I want you to just take in exactly what happened at this point and why you made those vows of servitude. And once you've got a sense of the why, I want you to now understand what would have been the consequence if you had broken those vows of servitude. So, depending on who you made them with, you will get a sense of perhaps what the repercussion would have been. And that's why perhaps you didn't break them. So now you can either play this out or you can maybe even ask the members within this lifetime, the other people, or maybe even your guides, get an understanding of why you didn't break those vows. And once you've got an understanding, this gives you information on why you are still holding on to those vows subconsciously or within your energetic body. You're holding on to that fear of keeping those vows in place. So, this point, your guide is asking you to completely pause the film. And then your guide is going to hand you some scrolls of paper. There might be one, there might be more. This represents how many oaths or vows that you have made from this particular lifetime. Open up your hands now and allow your guide to hand you those scrolls of paper. These are the ones that are ready to now be dissolved. And so your guide is now asking you to place these in a silver bowl that has appeared at your feet. Drop those scrolls into that bowl. Your guide hands you a box of matches. Strike one of those matches and drop it into the bowl. And you'll notice that those scrolls of paper, those vows, those oaths, are now starting to burn within a violet flame. And this is the flame of Saint Germain. And within that flame, those vows and those oaths are now being dissolved. You perhaps can feel a sense of lightness starting to come in around the body, maybe a loosening of bindings or shackles that might have been around perhaps the neck, the hands, the feet. As those papers and those vows dissolve and burn, you are energetically releasing the hold that they have had on you in overly giving to others, being in this servitude energy, and being out of alignment with yourself. We're just intending that anything that is released today, all of the learnings, the knowledge, and the wisdom and lessons will be kept intact in the Akashic records. But the energetic hold of those vows is now released. You'll notice that that purple flame is starting to die down and then completely disappears as those vows have dissolved. Your guide is now requesting that you continue to sit within the chair and press play again upon the screen. And this time you'll notice that you can see yourself now receiving a beautiful healing around your head. Within that scene, there is a golden light, a pillar of golden light that is coming far from above your head. You may start to feel that golden pillar of light actually touching your head. And this is golden Christ conscious light. And we're just going to request that that dissolves, clears, cleanses any programming that is held within the Akashic records from that lifetime, within your whole body system, your cells, your memory system, genetic DNA, that is being dissolved within that golden light. So any tendencies to be in this servitude energy, to give beyond what is in alignment for us, to the point of perhaps sacrifice or suffering, that programming is now being released and dissolved within that golden light. It particularly focuses around the head, around the neck, the top of the spine, within the ears, within the pineal and pituitary glands, and just allowing that servitude programming to be completely released and dissolved. And then that golden light has started to die down as that work has been done. Again, stop the film completely. And your guide lets you know that everything that is ready and has been ready to be released has now been done and completed. Your guide has a message for you, would like to give you this message in order to support you with setting more healthy boundaries, perhaps with a particular person in a particular relationship, or it could be with yourself. Your guide leans forward and gives you that message either in your ear, either through your sense of knowing what that message is. They may even give you a gift in your hand. If you need more clarity on what or how that message has been given, ask for that now. And then when you're ready, your guide invites you to stand back up and start to leave the cinema, heading towards the door back into your Akashic records. And that door shuts behind you. Start to head towards the table in your library. And you'll notice that all of that healing and release has already been recorded in your book. Your guide steps forward and lets you know that you can come back here at any time to receive healing and to release anything that isn't serving you. But now it's time to leave your Akashic records, to start to head towards the door of your library and take one more look around. And then when you're ready, step into the corridor. Allow the door to shut behind you. And out loud or in your mind, say, I now close my Akashic records. Start to head towards the purple portal of light. And then when you're ready, step through that purple portal of light and start to bring yourself back round into the room. Start to rub your thighs, start to rub your feet on the floor, and start to allow yourself to ground and those messages to be further implanted into your consciousness. And if you want to feedback on what it was that you cleared or where you went, then please do that. I would love to hear your insights and your experience of that particular session. So I hope you found that useful. I hope you enjoyed that. And I will be back on next week with a new journey. So do look out for that. And of course, if you want to connect with me in any way that you want to get more deeper healing one-to-one, then please do reach out. I'll see you next week. Love and blessings.